But hey, you guys asked some really good questions, and I think it's a lot of the questions you guys asked someone else in the chat might have. So I think that's why we take the questions seriously and we answer them, especially on Money Monday.
A priority as well.
So today's topic, guys, is how to make money. Don't worry, timestamps will be in later, by the way.
In your 20s.
In your 20s and or 30s.
Guys,
make money when you're young, goddammit.
Obviously, we're in our 30s now, but we remember those times sacrificing, struggling to make it and make our own way. Because ultimately, the foundation has to be set in your 20s. Problem is, people spend the time partying, having fun, buying dumb stuff, getting bad credit scores, and then they wonder, God, I'm 30 years old, still struggling at the same job. What's wrong with me? And it's because either you were lazy, you didn't care, or you didn't plan for the future, and now you're struggling. So we're just saying, even if you made these mistakes in the past, start now, today, to become a better person for yourself and your family. So we made some points here for you guys that are well thought out from us.
Fight!
And number one is going to be build a good credit score. Now, as you guys know, this studio, our foundation, real estate is built on credit. And even your job today, people look at your credit scores because they want to know if you're a good individual and if you pay by people that you borrow money from. And ultimately, as an individual in this working class society, credit will determine where you live, what rates you get, what you can buy, and as well, where you end up financially. So I would just say for credit itself, that should be a concern for you at the very beginning. Now, typically, like I said earlier, as a young individual, you think credit's whatever. Your friends are just buying stuff at Macy's on their credit cards, running those tabs up, looking stylish and looking like you got drip. And it's like, damn, don't pay back, bro. Just forget about it. And then when your score's shitty, you go to buy a property. It's like, oh, wait, your score's 400. You want to buy this car? It's 500. Sorry, lowest rates possible or nothing at all. So we're just saying at the very beginning, your score should be your foundation. Now, I read a book when I first came to America called Your Credit Score by Liz Weston. That book details from A to Z how to get from 0 to 820, 850, anywhere in that range. And with the high credit score, guys, once again, you can have the best rates possible for cars, for property, and as well insurance. So, guys, without further ado, just keep in mind that if you want to have that lifestyle where you can have access to cars, property, get the best rates, it starts in your 20s. And let's say you're 18 years old, you have parents, right? Ask them, hey, dad, hey, mom, I want to start early, get my score on point. Do you mind putting me on your credit card? And that's a lot of trust because that right there, guys, can boost your score immensely. But it's knowing and having knowledge from the very beginning, what's the plan? And if you're in your 20s now, start early. What'd you say for credit score?
Guys, you got to understand, credit is the foundation upon which you will build wealth. You cannot build wealth when you have a sucky credit score. It just ain't going to happen because anything that's worth acquiring, you're going to need credit, okay? Unless you plan to be an idiot and buy everything cash or buy all your assets cash, which is the dumbest thing you do, by the way, you need to have good credit because you need to basically use other people's money to acquire assets so that you can take that money that you have, right, your actual cash, and use it to invest in other things, right? Or have your living expenses, etc. And guys, this goes for everything. Me personally, when I was 18 years old, I got my first credit card. It was a piece of crap credit card from Capital One that had the Van Gogh background on it, right? Zero benefits, Van Gogh painting, the Starry Night painting, right? Piece of crap credit card. Doesn't give me any benefits. Matter of fact, to this day, I still have it open, and I have to pay, I think, like $75 a year. Has an annual fee. Zero benefits, but $75. Why do I keep that credit card line open?
History.
I keep it for the history,
yeah.
Right? And that was the first credit card I got, right? But it also shows how long I've come because I went from a credit card that gives you zero benefits with maybe only a 200 limit to now that card I think is like 10K. It's still got to pay, and it has an annual fee because it sucks, but I keep it open. And which history is very important, guys. That's why you keep your oldest credit line open, even if you got to eat the bullet with paying an annual fee, right?
Yeah.
That's the cost of getting into this game. But that allowed me to create a foundation from which I would be able to build successful financial habits. To this day, guys, I'm 33 now. I don't use a debit card ever. I don't use cash ever. I use a credit card for absolutely everything. And the reason why is because you need to show, right, that you are a trustworthy person. Credit is nothing more than showing that you're a trustworthy individual with finances. That's what it does. And when you have a high credit score, aka trustworthiness score, all right, banks are more likely to give you favorable rates and give you loans to acquire real assets.
Yeah.
So in other words, a credit card is you kind of like practicing with training wheels of buying things. Can you pay back, these groceries that you spent on this credit card? Can you pay back this gas that you used on this credit card? Can you pay back this furniture that you got on your credit card? Right? And the more you pay things back and you show that you're a trustworthy buyer, the more people trust you, and then the bigger amounts of money that you can request, and then you can go ahead and use to get yourself real assets. Guys, it starts right fucking now. If you're watching this show as we speak, open up another tab on your fucking browser and start looking at getting credit cards, guys. Because if you don't have credit, you don't have credit cards, you're a fucking idiot. I'm gonna say that one more time for y'all. Real talk, man. If you are not using a credit card day to day, you're a fucking idiot, okay? Because credit is the only way, right, that you're going to be able to build up that reputation so you can actually get real assets in the future. If you're buying things in cash, if you're buying things with a debit card, you're a fucking moron, okay? Especially when it's money that you're going to spend anyway. If you buy your groceries, if you buy your gas, you buy all these things with cash and debit, use a credit card instead, right? Pay it back at the end of the month. It's free money, by the way, and then get rewarded for it. As your credit score increases, you're going to be able to apply for credit cards that give you a benefit. We've done episodes on this for y'all. We've done cashback credit cards. We've done travel credit cards. We've done business credit cards. Guys, the benefits are endless. Guys, if you do this right, and you spend all your money using credit cards, maybe on a cashback card, you get thousands of dollars for free a year on money that you were going to spend. Now, let's compound that. Let's say you got a business, and that business has expenses. Use a business credit card. You're going to get points for all that on expenses you would have used, and you can write it off. Like, it's a no-brainer. Anytime I see someone use a debit card or cash, I'm like, you're an idiot. Low IQ. What are you doing?
Stupid.
Okay? Idiots use cash and debit cards. You need to use credit, guys, but the only way you're going to be able to do that is when you build that foundation early. Get a credit card when you're young. We've done episodes on how to get credit when you have no to low credit.
Yep.
2 options that you could do right here, right now. Get a secured credit card. We covered this extensively. Discover it. We did a whole episode, actually this year updated, on how to get started with credit. Get a secured credit card. Discover It has a fantastic beginner credit card, and we had a couple ones in that episode. Go watch that, right? Save it for later. Or get on someone that you trust, credit line, or they trust you actually, and you can go ahead and be an authorized user on their card. Yeah. That's one of the other ways that you can also shortcut it and go ahead and get your credit score up and jumping by being an authorized user on someone's line. Of course, someone that's got to trust you, but bro, it's a great way to get your foot in the door. And you need credit, guys. I don't want to sound like a broken record and be yelling at y'all about this shit, but it's that goddamn important. Anytime I see someone pay with cash or debit, I'm just like, a part of me is like, oh, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. Guys, to add to Myron's point, recently I've experienced to get first class on a flight to Jamaica. And back then, I thought to myself, paying for first class is dumb. Why did I ever do that? But I bought this watch with my credit card, got the points, and I added to my points overall for American Express, and that led to me getting first class for nothing. So first class to Jamaica and back using credit. Now, I don't know about you, but travel for free? That's on my list of things to do. So ultimately, guys, credit will help you no matter what you do, and overall, lifestyle-wise, it helps immensely. So get credit on point, man. But I would say this as well for credit. If you're not sure where your score is, that's fine. There's a free service called creditkarma.com. They're not paying us to talk about it, but ultimately, guys, you want to know what your score is so you could either upgrade it or change it. But knowing your score will help you immensely as well. So you should know your score always.
Yeah, man. Guys, this is like, it's one of the foundations, man, to building wealth, guys, is having credit. Like, you just have to. You know, anything that's worth buying, a car, a home, a big purchase, maybe even furniture, right? If you don't got the cash, you can go ahead and leverage credit. Like, guys, it's just a no-brainer. Like, anyone that is financially aware and has their money together pays with credit cards.
Yeah.
Right? And then if you're
even
smart,
business.
Yeah. And if you're smart, guys, you have that credit card, you spend money on it, and then just pay it off at the end of the month. Free money. And you get an extra 30 days to pay it off.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it's like the best thing ever.
That's important. You got to pay it off.
And you get rewarded. Yeah. And you get rewarded for it.
You should pay it off.
Yeah. Don't be an idiot and buy a bunch of, this is not an authorization for you guys to be morons and spend money like a retard and go buy a bunch of stupid things, which we're going to cover here in a second. But I'm talking about everyday items that you were going to buy anyway. Use a credit card, man. Get the free points. Use a cashback card. If you don't travel and you don't have a business or whatever, at least at bare minimum, guys, get a cashback credit card that gives you 1% cashback.
And someone asks, I'm 31 years old. Is this going to help me? Yes. Start now. Don't wait, because again, the more time you waste doing bad habits will lead to bad results. So I'm just saying right now, start now while you still can for your credit score. And if you're not sure what it is, creditkarma.com, look it up, see your score. It's going to hurt a little bit seeing the bad score at the very beginning, but if you know what it is, you can work on it. So, all right.
Yeah, guys. All right.
Number
Next
2.
one. Go ahead.